We start things off from ABC News. New Jersey accidentally registered 6,600 non-citizens to vote years ago, governor says. And we're finding out about this stuff because I think that the administration is getting on top of it. And, of course, the Democrats always want to be out in front to be able to run whatever filtering and clearing up and synthesizing they need to do. About 6,600 people in New Jersey who said they were not U.S. citizens have been incorrectly registered to vote due to a technical error during the previous gubernatorial administration. Governor Mickey Sherrill, who took office this year, said Tuesday. She added that fewer than 400 were found to have accidentally voted and that the state is taking action to remove them from the voters list. Now, let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, how many times have you guys accidentally voted? Just let me know down in the comments. How many times have you just wound up at the polling station and you accidentally voted? And also, let me know if you've ever been accidentally summoned to go to jury duty. Just completely by accident, it just happened, didn't it? And as I said here, you guys already know you're astute, you're shrewd, you stay on top of these things, you know what's going on because you're here on the BuzWeaver channel. So hit the like button because you are in the know. This isn't anything surprising to us. Now let's take a listen to what Mickey had to say.
In June of 2023, nearly 3 years before I became governor, a serious software error in New Jersey's motor vehicle system led to the improper voter registration of what we believe to be roughly 6,600 people in our state. When New Jerseyans applied for a driver's license or identification at the MVC, they were asked if they wanted to register to vote. In the case of this error, some individuals indicated that they weren't citizens and weren't eligible to vote, but the software registered them anyway. The error in the software was corrected a year later in June of 2024. That is more than 2 years ago.
Well, she's good at math. She's able to figure out the amount of time accidentally. Imagine accidentally getting overpaid on your taxes. Imagine accidentally getting an incorrect bill. Well, an incorrect bill that says you don't have to pay a bill. We always get those bills that are incorrect, and they're always more, right? It's extraordinary. Not surprising, and, good for them for getting ahead of it and letting everybody know. But I hardly consider it an accident considering, with the president's speech the other night, talking about the concerns he had needing to get the SAVE Act passed because of, obviously, interference that we've seen here. As we see from the persistent, this is Scott Pressler. The People's Republic of China obtained the voter registration records of 18 states, including Alaska. You remember that balloon that flew over the country? I wonder what that balloon was all about. Now, I can't necessarily tie that balloon with these with this type of hack or invasiveness by China. But it isn't a mystery that this was going on. And we have here former FBI official Nikki Flores. I'm basically running a shadow government across the FBI at this point. You guys may remember the shadow company that we talked about here from our good friend Crystal Ball. Remember the shadow group that coordinated together to win the 2020 election? You guys remember all that? That video did really, really well. It's quite extraordinary. And here we have from Eric Doherty, Microsoft faces mass calls to fire former FBI Nikki Flores because, of course, she apparently was a part of that inside information. And we learned this also when we heard this from Bongino, right? When he came out and said the reason he was leaving is because, he just simply couldn't do his job. There's the good people in the FBI, and then there's those who oppose. And there's just this constant battle going on because it is the establishment uniparty that we talk about here that tries to run our country. And as we see here from Anna Polina Luna, told you China has been behind the divide in this country, and they have been. And I have additional videos and clips that I had, and I should have pulled them up perhaps, showing CNN talking about how there wasn't any, and then there was some. And this goes back and forth. And now they're having to come out and admit that China had interfered with some of the things that we had done. And, of course, also here in New Jersey. And I mean, this isn't anything particularly new. And we know that, mail-in ballots is a thing because we have the jungle primary out in California where basically they can count votes as long as they come in before the post date or of the date of the election. They can continue counting those votes. It's quite extraordinary. It's incredible. And here is the coverage, if you want to know, ground news across how they did it across the bias distribution spectrum, as they say. One whole entire left. I like how they put kind of CNN in the center here, which is quite fascinating. But as you can see here, it was widely covered, is widely covered, because this is exactly what Trump was talking about. This is why we need to pass the SAVE Act. So what SCOTUS passed when it came to Trump's executive order, when it came to voting there, the current voting system that we have here with mail-in ballots and the dates and the times. Of course, he wrote the executive order. But if SCOTUS rules on the SAVE Act, if Congress passes the SAVE Act, then there you have it. That's Congress. That's one of the executive branches. They pass it, and then the whole idea of mail-in ballots is going to change. Yeah, it's going to have to be there on that day. And we've seen many countries that count all their ballots on the same day. You guys let me know down in the comment sections. Have you ever accidentally voted? Have you ever just woke up one day and found yourself at a polling station, and there you were, having waited in line and decided to vote entirely by accident? All right, guys, I want to thank all you guys across New Tech, that's BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, for your guys' continued support. And, of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to include X, Instagram, and TikTok. So stop by down there and follow me on those platforms. And if you order frequently from Amazon and or looking for a virtual private network, both of mine are down there. Your privacy is protected, and it helps out the channel. But, of course, your likes, your shares, and your comments do that. And then everyone here on YouTube, thank you so very much for your continued support. The likes, the shares, and the comments help out the channel tremendously. And, of course, you guys have always had a great input here on the channel. Appearing there on the screen, that's going to be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notification. That way you'll know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.